She was a normal teenage girl, until destiny ripped her childhood away and replaced it with blood, monsters, and a job no one survives forever. Tonight, we're uncovering the true origins of Buffy Summers. Not the cheerleader, not the pop culture icon, but the frightened child who saw death too early, was chosen without consent, and was forced into a war that began long before she was born. By the end of this story, you'll understand why being the Slayer was never a gift. It was a sentence. Buffy Summers was born in Los Angeles on January 19th, 1981, to Hank and Joyce Summers. On the surface, her childhood looked safe. Suburban streets, school friends, a normal family. The kind of life that feels untouched by the dark. But darkness found her early. When Buffy was only 8 years old, she watched her cousin Celia die in a hospital bed. Not from illness alone, but from a demon, a creature called der Kinderstod, a thing that hunted sick children and only showed itself to those already close to death. Buffy saw it. No one else could. Imagine being a child and watching a monster no adult believes in kills someone you love. That moment carved fear into her bones. Hospitals became places of terror. And somewhere deep inside her, something ancient had already started to wake up. Buffy tried to be a regular kid after that. She admired Olympic skater Dorothy Hamill and dreamed of spinning across the ice. She played pretend with her cousin, imagined heroes, imagined power, imagined being someone strong enough to protect others. Her father still took her trick-or-treating until she was 12. She crushed on boys. She laughed. She wanted to be liked. In 5th grade, she fell for a boy named William Fordham. He never loved her back. A small heartbreak. But it taught her something early. Even before destiny claimed her, Buffy learned that wanting something didn't mean you got to have it. By 1995, Buffy was in high school. A cheerleader, prom royalty. The kind of girl horror movies usually kill first. Hemery High crowned her prom princess and fiesta queen. She had friends, attention, a boyfriend named Jeffrey Kramer. Life finally felt light again. And that is when the dreams started. She dreamed of other girls. Girls in different centuries. Different countries, different wars, all fighting monsters, all dying young. She didn't know it yet, but those were the echoes of slayers before her. At 15, Buffy met a man named Merrick. He didn't look like a hero, he looked like trouble, and he told her the truth no one ever wants to hear. She was the chosen one, the Vampire Slayer, one girl in every generation. Chosen by ancient forces, built to fight vampires, demons, and things that should never walk the earth. Her life was no longer hers. Training began. Pain, fear, blood, discipline. Merrick pushed her hard. She pushed back. She was still a teenager who cared about clothes, friends, and boys. He cared only about survival. They argued, they clashed, but slowly, something like trust formed, because he knew what she was becoming, and she was terrified of it. The enemy was Lothos, an ancient vampire king, a predator who had slaughtered slayers before her. Merrick was killed protecting Buffy. Let that sink in. Her first mentor, the man who explained her destiny, died because of it. She was 15 and already watching people die for her calling. With the help of another outsider named Pike, Buffy faced Lothos at a school dance. Glitter, music, teenagers laughing, and monsters hunting. She killed him. But the battle destroyed her school gym in flames. The truth finally surfaced in the worst way possible. Buffy was expelled. Her parents demanded answers. So she told them about vampires, about destiny, about the war she was fighting in secret. They didn't believe her. They thought she was losing her mind, and they had her locked away in an asylum. Imagine being a teenager, telling the truth, and being punished for it. Buffy learned a brutal lesson there. The world is safer when it doesn't know monsters exist, and slayers survive by keeping quiet. She took back her words. She buried her truth. She was released, and the subject was never spoken of again. People think Buffy's story is about power. It's not. It's about isolation. She didn't choose the dreams. She didn't choose the strength. She didn't choose the deaths that followed her. She was a child who wanted to skate, to fall in love, to go to dances, to grow old. Instead, she was handed a weapon and told to stand between the world and the dark. The Slayer line doesn't care about happiness. It doesn't care about family. It doesn't care about childhood. It only cares about one thing: that someone always stands in the way when the monsters come. The moment Buffy burned that gym, her normal life died. The moment Merrick fell, her innocence died. The moment her parents locked her away, her trust in the world died. And in that silence, in that loneliness, the Slayer was fully born. Not as a hero, but as a survivor. Buffy Summers was never meant to be a symbol. She was meant to be a shield, a teenage girl carrying centuries of death in her dreams, a child who saw demons in hospitals, a student who lost her school, her mentor, and her freedom, all before she was old enough to drive. The world remembers her as the Slayer, but the truth is darker. She was a girl who grew up too fast, because the darkness gave her no choice. If you want to uncover the true origins of the Watchers and the ancient force that chose Buffy, watch the next video on screen now.